Your body is constantly sending you signals. Most of us just aren't trained to listen. Insulin resistance is one of those silent killers that creeps up on you slowly, masquerading as normal aging or bad luck. But the truth is, your body is screaming at you long before your blood work shows a problem. Insulin resistance happens when your cells stop responding properly to insulin, that hormone your pancreas releases to manage your blood sugar. Instead of letting glucose flow smoothly into your cells, they reject it. Your pancreas keeps pumping out more insulin, trying to force the issue, and you end up trapped in a vicious cycle. The problem is, the early warning signs aren't always obvious. They disguise themselves as personality quirks, normal fatigue, or just having a slow metabolism. But if you know what to look for, you can catch it before it turns into diabetes, heart disease, or metabolic collapse. Let's walk through the signs your body is dropping right now. Sign 1. Constant fatigue and energy crashes. Constant fatigue might seem like a normal part of modern life, but it's actually one of the earliest warning signs of insulin resistance. Your body is working overtime. Your pancreas is pumping out insulin nonstop, trying to manage blood sugar that your cells won't accept. This is metabolically exhausting. It's like your cells have locked the doors and your pancreas is banging on them harder and harder, burning fuel with nothing to show for it. You might sleep 8 hours and still feel like you need a nap by 2 p.m. You crash after meals. You reach for coffee constantly. This isn't laziness. This is your metabolism broken at a fundamental level. The energy you extract from food isn't reaching your cells efficiently because insulin resistance is blocking the door. Sign 2. Insatiable hunger and constant cravings. Your cells are starving even though you just ate. This is the real hunger signal. When your cells can't access glucose, they send emergency signals to your brain saying they need energy. Your brain hears this and tells you to eat, so you eat. But because the glucose still can't get into your cells properly, you never feel satisfied. You finish a meal and an hour later, you're hungry again. You crave sugar specifically because your body knows sugar triggers insulin, which temporarily forces glucose into cells. It's a desperate attempt to solve an unsolvable problem. You're caught in an endless loop of eating without ever feeling nourished. You might eat thousands of calories and still feel empty. This is different from normal hunger. It's relentless and almost manic. Sign 3. Brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Brain fog is absolutely devastating when you're trying to work or think clearly. Your brain uses enormous amounts of energy, and it's incredibly picky about its fuel. It prefers glucose. When insulin resistance is present, your brain isn't getting consistent glucose delivery. You're running on fumes. You walk into a room and forget why. You lose your train of thought mid-sentence. You stare at your screen, unable to focus. You feel like you're thinking through mental mud. This brain fog creates a feedback loop too. You feel incompetent, stressed, which spikes cortisol, which makes insulin resistance worse. You're not getting dumber. Your brain is literally being starved of energy. Sign 4. Difficulty losing weight. Despite diet and exercise, you're doing everything right and nothing's working. You cut calories, you exercise. The scale doesn't budge. This is maddening. The reason is biochemical, not motivational. When you're insulin resistant, your body is in a state where fat burning is nearly impossible. High insulin levels lock your fat cells. Your body preferentially stores energy as fat and refuses to release it. You could starve yourself, and your body would rather break down muscle than touch that fat storage. Meanwhile, the constant hunger and energy crashes make the willpower game unbearable. You're fighting against your own biology. Your metabolism is broken. Willpower can't overcome biochemistry. Sign 5. Dark patches or discoloration on your skin. Look at your neck, underarms, or behind your knees. Do you see dark, velvety patches that look almost like dirt that won't wash off? This is called acanthosis nigricans, and it's a direct physical marker of insulin resistance. Your skin cells are also responding poorly to insulin. The high circulating insulin levels trigger skin cells to overproduce pigment and thicken. It's your body's visible way of saying something is deeply wrong with insulin signaling. This isn't cosmetic. It's a red flag you can see in the mirror. Many people miss it because they think it's just dirt or poor hygiene. but it's actually insulin resistance screaming at you visually. Sign 6. High blood pressure and elevated cholesterol. High blood pressure is insulin resistance in your blood vessels. When you're insulin resistant, your arteries lose their ability to relax and dilate properly. Your blood vessels become stiff and less flexible. The pressure builds. Your heart has to work harder with every beat. Meanwhile, elevated cholesterol follows because insulin resistance disrupts fat metabolism. Your liver starts overproducing triglycerides. Your HDL drops. You get the cholesterol pattern doctors hate seeing: high triglycerides, low HDL, high LDL. These aren't separate problems. They're all symptoms of the same underlying issue: insulin resistance. Your cardiovascular system is being damaged from the inside out, and you might not even feel it happening. Sign 7. Mood swings and emotional instability. You're not going crazy. Your blood sugar is. With insulin resistance, your blood glucose is on a roller coaster. 1 minute it spikes, flooding your brain with glucose. The next minute, it crashes as insulin overcompensates. These swings cause real neurological chaos. When blood sugar spikes, you feel anxious, irritable, wired. When it crashes, you feel depressed, tearful, unable to cope with normal stress. You snap at people. You cry at commercials. You feel emotionally fragile. People around you might think you're just moody or dramatic, but your brain chemistry is genuinely destabilized by blood sugar dysregulation. This is a physical symptom of insulin resistance, not a character flaw. Sign 8. Excessive thirst and frequent urination. You're drinking water constantly and still feel parched. You're running to the bathroom all the time, especially at night. This is your kidneys trying to dilute high blood sugar. When blood glucose gets too high, your kidneys can't reabsorb all of it, so they excrete it in urine. To do this, they pull water from your bloodstream. You become dehydrated even though you're drinking constantly. It's like your cells are desperately thirsty, but water isn't actually reaching them. You might wake up 3 or 4 times a night to urinate. The constant bathroom trips disrupt sleep, which makes insulin resistance worse. It's another vicious cycle where one symptom creates conditions for more insulin resistance. Sign 9. Slow wound healing and skin problems. You get a paper cut and it takes forever to heal. You have acne that won't clear up. Skin tags appear on your body. These are all connected to insulin resistance. High insulin levels impair your immune system's ability to fight infection and your body's ability to regenerate tissue. Collagen production suffers. Your skin barrier weakens. You're more prone to fungal infections, acne, and slow healing. You might get mysterious rashes or skin irritation that doctors can't quite explain. It's all stemming from insulin resistance interfering with skin cell function and immune response. Your skin is reflecting what's happening at the metabolic level. Sign 10. Recurrent yeast infections or fungal issues. Sugar feeds yeast. When you have insulin resistance, your blood sugar is elevated and your urine contains glucose. Yeast thrives in this environment. Women with insulin resistance get recurring yeast infections that won't stay gone. Men might get fungal infections on their feet or nails. You treat it, it comes back. You treat it again, it's maddening. The real solution isn't topical treatment. It's fixing the insulin resistance that's creating a glucose-rich environment where yeast loves to live. Your body is essentially fertilizing fungal growth. Sign 11. Accumulation of belly fat despite normal weight elsewhere. Your waist is getting thicker, but your legs and arms stay relatively thin. You're storing fat predominantly around your midsection. This is visceral fat, the dangerous kind that surrounds your organs and drives more inflammation and more insulin resistance. This happens because insulin resistance causes your body to preferentially store fat in the abdominal area while your extremities stay lean. It's a specific pattern of fat distribution driven by metabolic dysfunction, not just overeating. This belly fat is metabolically active and inflammatory, making insulin resistance worse. It's a vicious cycle where insulin resistance causes belly fat accumulation, which causes more insulin resistance. The frustrating reality is that many doctors won't address insulin resistance until it's become full-blown type 2 diabetes. By then, you've been suffering with these symptoms for years. You've been told you're just lazy, that your metabolism is slow, that you need more willpower. The truth is, your metabolism isn't broken because you're broken. Your metabolism is broken because insulin signaling is broken. The good news is that insulin resistance is one of the most reversible metabolic conditions if you catch it early. Fixing it means changing how you eat, moving your body differently, and managing stress. It means focusing on what your body actually needs to heal, not just cutting calories. Your body is trying to tell you something. Listen to the signs. Insulin resistance whispers at first, but if you ignore it long enough, it screams. The question is whether you'll hear it now, while you still have time to reverse it, or later when the damage is harder to undo.